But I want to jump in on a point we're kind of alluding to here is I do think for every business owner that a period of grinding to see what you're really capable of, where like, your back's against the wall and you've got to make it and you're going to build something special here, is really good for them. And it was great for me.
I'd almost say that it's not even good for them. I almost think it's mandatory. Like, I think that the business owners that I've seen who have not hit that grind but have made decent cash, some reason typically lose it and they need to go and fall back into it. Like, I feel, I don't know, it just seems to round business owners out because they know how to chew glass. Like, they go, yeah, cool, I've done this. I've seen things go completely fucking wrong and I know how to fix them, which makes them better at the thing. But then they also see things that they don't want to do for the rest of their lives. And like, yeah, I don't want to do that forever. And they'll outsource it or automate it or do something else. It's almost like this rite of passage that I don't know if you can sustain it or sustain being a business owner for the rest of your life unless you've got like this period of like pure Gary V like hustle pushing it out. So I'd say that I'd almost argue that everyone goes through.
I can't think of a single person I know that hasn't done a period of what we'll call it grind.
Totally.
It's like, do you actually know anyone?
I have no one.
Who's done, and I will say in context, who's ended up doing well. I don't know anyone that's like started a lifestyle side business and it's like, okay, I've got a perfect lifestyle and then it's kind of all worked out. They're probably out there, but I don't know them.
But what's it, Dan Pena? He's like, I think my favorite human being. Of like, if you're putting in 2 hours a day, someone else is putting in 3. Like, and they'll just storm you. And then you throw and look at someone else who's just hustled for like 8-10 hours this day just to set themselves up for where they are. Dude, they'll storm all over you. Like, it's an incomparable game. And then that just sets you up, I think, perfectly for the next seasons of life and investing in business. So to your point, like, it might be a short period, it might be a longer period of a grind, but to start off, wholeheartedly believe it's there.
Well, some people go too long as well, right? And you see them get severely burnt out and then forced to change their lifestyle. So
well, hang on. To that point, like, I know quite a few people that hustled hard and then were forced into it when they had a kid. Or I know a guy, had a back injury, forced him to not sit at a desk that long, but to sustain a very successful business with less hours. Like, usually some of the times people are forced into these things outside of choice, to your point.
The kid thing particularly resonates with me because suddenly, but I would argue that's actually, you're grinding just not in business. You've now got a kid and a business. You kind of got 2 businesses.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I do say that we've got to be careful how we measure that one because it's like,
check the business.
You might not be grinding that hard in business, but let's see how you do after a week with no sleep.
But that's a completely different, that's your choice. You chose to have a kid.
Chosen grind, but that's a different context from there. I think the thing that I want to highlight to people though is that eventually you got to get to a point where you shift to a sustainable model.
It's like seasons. I love the seasons analogy.
Well, I feel like it's the season we're both in now is like we're building something we could do for the rest of our lives. And that's the intent rather than something that's for a cash grab or for a circumstance.
Totally.
And that's, I just feel like it's a really powerful idea because for many, many business owners out there, they could probably start doing some of this stuff now.
I concur. I think it comes back to that thinking differently, like the repeating the same thing and expecting a different result. It's the concept of, Charlie, if I just did another 6 months of hustle, I'd be able to unlock the thing. And it's like, well, what is the thing that you're trying to unlock that would actually help you move into the next season? Well, the only thing is just hustling for another 6 months.
Yeah, but then what?
Yeah, but that's the point. It's like, so what's the thing that the next 6 months will unlock? Just put in more time, put in more effort, and then I'll unlock the next season. No, but what is the thing? Like, what are you working towards? Is it putting in more team? Is it unlocking a different service? Is it like, what is the thing that you, no, it's just more time in. That's all I need. And I think that's it's an incorrect fallacy. Like, it's completely incorrect. Like, you can't approach it the same way and expect a different result.
There's also this very odd thing that goes on for people where it's like if they stay in that grind mode for too long or living really frugally in the idea that they'll be able to retire one day, I often feel like depriving yourself of life's pleasures for so long leads to acting out. So you'll see someone who lives really frugally for years and then they'll buy a car that's way above what they should spend.
Yes, I've seen people do that. Very
Yeah,
much
or holidays or whatever it is. So the whole consensus that you can like grind and live frugally or deprive areas of your life ongoingly without it coming out in another form, I just think is crazy. It's a bad strategy.
Hey, fellow business owner, if this topic and value-packed short video has resonated with you at all, and you want to dive deeper into creating wealth inside and outside your business, check out the full episode by clicking the link on your screen or in the description right now.